We're at the CT and MRI scanner suite, and a big day here at Nobles Hospital because why have one opening when you have two? We've got two different units, which between you, it's fantastic the money that both you guys have been able to raise. Very good news for the Isle of Man.
It's about 2.5 million, isn't it, Terry, together?
It is, Julie. It's the first time that two huge charities, major charities, have combined. And obviously the combination is to produce two new CT scanners and an MRI scanner, which, quite frankly, to a layman, what they can do is mind-blowing.
Well, we were here a few weeks ago when they were putting it all in. Did it all go to plan?
Oh, yes, of course it did. Yes. But when you think about it, it's about 2.5 years from flash to bang, isn't it, Julie? Something like that. And they've delivered all this, and in this year of all years, when it's not been very easy to deliver anything. So they've done a tremendous job.
Let's talk about Tim's scanners. What does yours do? Because obviously they are different, aren't they?
Yes, they're very different. Henry Bloom Noble have a big 3T MRI. We have two spectral CTs, and they came in the day before lockdown, and they trundled down the corridor, and the staff were bringing them in masks and full PPE, and it was the end, if you like, of our fundraising for quite a period of time. So it was really worrying for our charity because we had to sort of, our investment in here, if you like, is 1.5 million. Right. So it's an awful lot. And
because it's breast cancer, is it dealing with the breast?
No, this is all cancers. This is trauma. This is all different types of diagnosis of everything. They're specialist scanners, which are going to be actually life-changing for patients on the island, as will this.
And yours is a full-body scanner as well?
Oh yes, absolutely. And of course the old MRI scanner is being retained. Yeah. So the new one, as Julie says, 3.0 Tesla magnet.
That's more bang ship up.
Well, difference between it and CT scanners. CT scanners are X-rays, and an MRI is a magnet. And they both look into the body to see, as I said earlier, it's mind-blowing how deep they can go, and the diagnostics that you can get from both these scanners is amazing.
I guess one thing you never thought about when you started this fundraising was, obviously, up to now, certain people had to go across to get treatment. And now, especially with this lockdown, this must be amazing that people can still get facilities here and not go through that 2-week or isolation periods.
We both started off, both charities started off to do this, to help people stay on the Isle of Man and have specialist scans on the island without having to leave to go away to Liverpool or wherever else they were going. So that was our plan. Of course, COVID came along and it's made that even more important now. And with both the scanners, what we're doing here is the specialist scans will be transported rather than the patient. So the patient will stay on the island, the scan will go away, the consultant in whichever place of excellence it's gone to will decide whether that patient needs to go there. And you know, it's going to save an awful lot of people from travelling off island.
Now, this is done and dusted. I mean, there's running costs, or you've got to meet more, or you're going to be saving up for the next big gadget?
With this, there is a need for both the whole scanning suite to be properly resourced. And at the outset, Julie's charity, Man in Cancer Support Group, and ourselves discussed this with the radiology team, who in turn discussed it with the Minister, and there is a commitment to resource it properly. Because as Julie said, it's £2.5 million of equipment here, and it needs the extra resource to really deliver the sharp-end care to the residents of the Isle of Man.
I think from both our charities' point of view, I've heard a lot of people, especially like social media, saying, "Oh yeah, you know, they've got that, but you know, they've got nobody to work it." Yes, we have. You know, both charities would not have stepped into this unless we had the guarantees from the department that the staffing levels were going to be adequate and sufficient enough to run this, you know, this very specialist equipment. And the department have kept to that. And you know, I can tell you now that everybody is here and in place. They're a fabulous team, and they're wonderful. I can't praise them enough.
Finally, what's next?
Ooh,
you're going to start again? You still got money coming in, right?
We've still, of course, we continue. Well, we're in a little bit of a perilous position here because what happened is, obviously, we've lost 6 months of fundraising. So if you're like, we're still fundraising for this equipment for us. So we're still on catch-up. We've got events which we did have planned, which we've had to postpone, which we're still running now. So we're still saving. So, you know, thank you, everybody. But please, can I say thank you so much to everybody that's helped us. You know, we couldn't do this without the generosity of the fabulous Manx public. And, you know, we've raised, our little celebration today is that we've now raised £4 million. And, you know,
a lot of money.
We couldn't have done it without people being so generous. And so I thank you all so very, very much.
We're slightly different, of course, Paul, because charity is 130 odd years old, founded in 1888 by Henry Bloom Noble, and we rely on generous bequests from island residents to give us the funds to carry on providing equipment for Noble's Hospital and any other hospital or healthcare entity that approaches us. And those approaches keep coming. So we just look at whatever we get and analyse it.